When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And he gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. There's a first down run with Collins. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On 2nd down, Collins. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now running right through it. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 24 yards. So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. The give left side to Collins. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Trying to punch it in with Collins. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
So it's third and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. They'll try and run for it with Collins. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
The ball placed just outside of the end zone as they come up again on another third and goal. This is Collins running left. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on fourth and goal. So on fourth down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Blue 45, blue 45.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yards.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. On third and long, it's Mahomes. Looking deep down field. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Justin Houston in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Jackson from the shotgun. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Buck Allen as running back that time. And it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
They go play action with Jackson. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. It's taken to the 26. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Green, 90.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Terrell Suggs in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Here's Mahomes to throw. Throw left side taken in by Hill. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. This is Collins on the handoff. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's got Snead. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson on 1st down. Drops it underneath for Collins. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
From the gun, Jackson. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Collins. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They pitch it out to Collins. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On second down, Jackson. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on third and long. Jackson. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On first and goal, Collins. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain, but I wouldn't abandon the run total.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins punching it in from a yard away, and the Ravens will add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it first and 10.
Blue 45. Blue 45.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Mahomes now on first down. Looking long for Thomas. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins, for the Kansas City first. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. So we're at halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Detroit! Detroit! No. Check. Patriot!
Here's Collins. And he stopped immediately there. Allen Bailey in on the stop.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Detroit!
From the gun, it's Jackson. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Mahomes to throw on second down. Pass incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Taking it about the 36. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Now a give to Collins, and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They go again with Collins. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The Ravens on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. Brought in left side by Snead. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Detroit!
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson, and the Chiefs are going to get him. Allen Bailey. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Detroit! Gone!
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Got some real estate inside the 30. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. He got 29 yards that time.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Watch him now, Barney!
And again, it's Collins. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They run with Collins, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Alex Collins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Ravens will extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Mahomes got to have this one. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On first, they go right back to Collins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And they'll go on the ground. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Here's Jackson throwing on third and long. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this would come up short.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Trying to lay one up deep. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hill. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. So. Z.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for a strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run by Collins. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 53 to 53. Check 53. Over, 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 over.
Now Jackson on second down. It's caught left side by John Brown. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone. Gone, 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 gone.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's going to fire one deep over. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They get it to him running left. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough.
Hey, 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 hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down. 34, eyes on 34. Check, check.
Throwing is Jackson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
Now a hit and a loose football, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Reggie Ragland, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.
all the way up to